Namaste creative yogis, how you all doing out there? Hope you're all having a lovely week and are enjoying this lovely Scorpio fire energy flowing through your life. So how is it showing up in your life at the moment? Taking a moment to think about it. It's a really interesting energy to work with. It's certainly feisty, so you might be noticing that. I certainly am. It's really quite sparky and getting me kind of really activated. I think the thing about Scorpio is about the underbelly. So the underbelly means our shadow side. So doing the shadow work, which is looking at our insecurities, our fears, our anxieties, and finding a way to free ourselves of the grip of that. Because that can really hold us down and limit us. And what we want to do is break free of that stuff. And if we manage to do that, that's transformational. It really is. It's life-changing. So that's the opportunity that's available to us this month. I recommend when you're doing shadow work to get help, particularly if it's really deep stuff. So find a therapist, teacher, mentor to guide you on your journey and support you as you're working stuff through. When it's ready to go, it just goes just like that. I promise you, it does. But sometimes you have to go through a process to understand it, maybe clear it, go through forgiveness, all sorts of things that you need to work on in order to be ready to just let it go. But once you let it go, it's like you're a different person. You just don't have it going on anymore. It's like one day being a smoker, the next day being an ex-smoker. It's just, really life-changing. So, well worth it, but not easy, that's for sure. So a way to balance that stuff out is to get into your playful side, because the other thing about Scorpio is it's a very sexual sign. So connecting with that in ourselves, that kind of joy of life stuff. There may be stuff coming up about that, about our relationships, but it's also about our physicality, how we are in the world, how we feel about our own bodies. Do we feel that we are beautiful? And it's our birthright to feel that we are beautiful. It doesn't matter what we look like. This stuff is irrelevant. It's an inside job beauty. So it's connecting with our inner beauty, being, loving ourselves, being respectful of who we are, and obviously as a result, being very aware of who we let in to our bodies. That kind of stuff might be coming up this month. But the lovely thing about Scorpio is that it's playful. So that will balance things out if you tap into the playful side and just have a bit of fun with life. I mentioned, I think it was a couple of reels ago, that in my meditation it was suggested that I reconnect with my wild child, and just let her out to play. So with dancing and the way I dress and all that sort of stuff. So doing that kind of thing, sort of taking on a bit of role playing to kind of entertain yourself, and maybe if you approach some fear from a different point of view, you might be able to break through. So another one that came up for me was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know why, it was just a random kind of suggestion coming through my meditation. So I went down to the beach and was doing all this kicking, like she does in the movies and in the show, and I created a little reel from that. And I was just saying, and actually I found it was cool. I was thinking about my fears and thinking about kicking them away. So I made a little reel about that. So having a play, and that's what gets you into your creativity. And perhaps you can find a creative solution and way around things, or way past whatever's been holding you back up till now. So really, really amazing month this month. An opportunity to really finally clear the stuff that's been holding you in place probably your entire lifetime up to this point. So how amazing is that? And as you can see, I've got a different painting on the go, and it's much lighter. So I've cleared something, that's for sure. And my painting gives me some idea of where I'm at in myself. It gives me a reflection of my inner self. And I did a little reel about those paintings I'm working on as well, so you can have a look at those if you're interested. Alright, so let's choose your card for today. So these are just abundance cards that I'm working on at the moment, just keeping it simple. So what do the creative yogis need to know right now? What do the creative yogis need to know? What do they need to every reason to be deeply hopeful and happy. I have every reason to be deeply hopeful and happy. Oh, well done you. That's really awesome. I have every reason to be deeply hopeful and happy. Oh, gorgeous. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a nice way to end this little session. Just so you know, I'm going to be doing an online retreat at the end of this month, another free one. This will be the last free one because I'm sorting out the logistics of doing these online retreats as an offering. So this will be one, again, where I'm just working out the practicalities of how to get this to look professional and what have you. So I'll let you know when I'm doing it, and you can tune in to this lovely 3 or 4 day retreat. I haven't figured out all the details yet. Okay, so have a lovely week. Namaste, Create Yogis.